Hello Internet, this is Delicious Sweet Leaf, and I'm bringing you this very much needed tutorial that will help you to learn how to assemble the collection bag for Arizer's Extreme Q Vaporizer. The collection bag system of the Extreme Q comes disassembled. Its design may seem a bit complicated, the instructions can be difficult to understand, and finding instructions or a tutorial on the Internet can be both frustrating and fruitless. Until now. I made this quick, easy-to-learn tutorial so that in just a few moments you will understand how to assemble the collection bag system, and you'll be vaping in no time. So around the center of the glass end piece are two small black rubber O-rings. Remove one of the O-rings from the glass piece. After unrolling the collection bag, place your finger inside and begin to gather the opening of the bag around your finger from all directions. Taking care to avoid twisting the bag, just gather the bag opening tightly together and then place the rubber O-ring around the bag opening and carefully pull the bag through the O-ring for just about 1.5 inches. Now while you gently fold the bag back around the O-ring, use your finger to help you find the center opening of the bag. So with the bag now fanned back like this, once you find the center opening of the bag there, carefully slide your glass end piece inside. By the way, it is important to perform a lot of these steps mindfully with care and deliberation. So be sure to slide that glass end piece in straight to avoid punctures or rips to the bag. Now, next we're just going to move the O-ring back to the center of the end piece. But before doing that, I like to just quickly make sure that my collection bag is evenly extended past the O-ring about 1.5 inches all the way around, about equal in all directions. Next, slip the O-ring once again past the glass bump of the end piece and back into the middle section. Next, carefully, without twisting, fold back the flap of the bag opening over the O-ring and hold it down securely in place. Now, you're ready for the final and trickiest part of the assembly, sliding the second and final O-ring into place. Which sounds simple enough, easy enough, but it requires more effort than you might think. Now, patience and diligence will go a long way here, and with a wee bit of tricky finger work, voila! One Extreme Q collection bag ready for vaping. Now go grab yourself your mini whip, prepare your favorite healing herbs or essential oils, warm up your Extreme Q, and get ready to vape in a way that many consider to be the absolute best way known, using the collection bag system. Herein, this is easy stuff. You just insert the glass end piece into the tube end of the mini whip, about 1/4 inch or less. Now this is because the end piece will hold a very tight, snug fit when it's inside the mini whip. And later on, when your collection bag is filled with rich, tasty vapor, you don't want to be tugging on the mini whip and pulling on the end piece, struggling to separate these two somewhat fragile pieces with all your gorilla strength, not to mention having this delicate but huge and awkward balloon bag in your way. So it's important that you insert the end piece only 1/4 inch or less into the tube of the mini whip here, because the O-rings and the bag itself over here have a much weaker grip to the end piece than the mini whip does. So I think you'll have a lot more enjoyable experience if you use your collection bag system by inserting the end piece here only a wee little bit. Now, loosely but securely attach the mini whip to the cyclone bowl. Fire up your fan. It is said that different fan speeds have different effects on the vaping of certain herbs. Just experiment with your Extreme Q, noting the different results you'll produce from vaping with the same product with different temperatures and different fan speeds. Just sit back, relax, and watch your bag slowly begin to shift and expand. These photos fail to capture the strange, almost etheric nature of the vapor rolling, expanding, filling your collection bag in an almost hypnotic, slow motion kind of manner. I like to shut down my fan as soon as my bag is stretched full. I have learned that the collection bags will over time begin to leak vapor from the bottom seam. So it might be a good idea to only use one bag at a time. I like to keep a brand new one in reserve, for when one begins to leak. I always got a nice new one. It's pretty sweet. Now, when removing the mini whip from the cyclone bowl, you can pinch together the hose of the mini whip to help keep vapor from escaping. And when I remove the mini whip from the cyclone bowl, I immediately replace it with the hose whip to further minimize vapor loss coming up from the cyclone bowl. Now, when you separate the collection bag from the mini whip, vapor may blow out from your bag's glass end piece. So be ready to plug up the end of your piece with your thumb or stopper of some kind. Now, I have yet to find the perfect cork for the glass end pieces of the collection bag or the hose whip, but I have found that Funtac adhesive putty stuff works really well. You can get it for only a few bucks at your local hardware store or your arts and crafts supply store. You just pull it and knead it and push it and squish it into a small pliable round chunk which can easily be shaped or molded to somewhat snugly fit your end pieces. If you enjoyed this tutorial, please click the like button so that others who need this information can find it more easily when searching for it. Thank you, happy healing, and happy vaping.